Hey guys, Gibberish HS here. Today we're going to be talking about the two new statues that Blizzard has just released, the Jaina and the Sylvanas statues. So, let's get started. These were the $30 ones that came out just recently, and they are now available on Blizzard if you wish to get them. They're retailing at $30 plus shipping, which is around $8 for me, and then taxes. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is overall quality. How good is the quality of these statues? Now, it is a $30 statue, so that is something to consider, but it's not a huge thing for this one, because when you $30, like, what should you expect? Well, there are some good things and there are some bad things to both statues in overall quality. The first thing I will say is in overall quality, I would say that the Sylvanas one is more superior. She is more stable, her cape is a little touchy, but it isn't a huge deal to where I am nervous about it. The water elemental in Jaina's though is very wobbly, and even though I'm not too worried about it breaking, the staff is really easy. I can definitely see that breaking. And with the water elemental being so lean, it is, you can just see right now, it will fall because it's very unbalanced, and that is kind of an issue with the statue. So do keep that in mind. It is a little unsteady for the Jaina one compared to the Sylvanas one. So in that, and stability, I would say the Sylvanas one is more superior, but in overall quality, I would probably say that the Jaina one looks better, like in quality. Like the elemental is really well designed in my opinion. I think it's kind of cool little water elemental. The problem with this figure is when it comes to both statues especially, is the faces of the characters themselves. We'll get into that in representation, but in this one, like, the quality is very low. Like for Jaina, it basically looks like almost like a Barbie doll in a similar sense, and I'm not a big fan of that. They did a good job with her clothes. I think they look very well. Her staff is okay, even though it's really thin, and yeah, like it's that. There is the Battle for Azeroth logo on it, which is kind of shaky. Both of them are around the same in overall quality, because Sylvanas' face does not look very well designed either, and there is this goop stuff that I think is supposed to represent like the magic she has, but it looks really weird, and I'm not a fan of it at all. The more I look at it, the least I'm interested. So it kind of just depends on what you define as that. For me, I think the Jaina one is better in quality than the Sylvanas one, but I think both are very lacking. The only reason why Jaina's is better is because of the water elemental. It really adds a lot to it. So now that we're done with overall quality, what is representation? Now, representation is a big part with a gaming statue or with a movie statue. Anything that is supposed to be representing a character that you know from somewhere else. A video game, Batman animated series, and Sylvanas, World of Warcraft. First of all, you can't tell these are those characters. I'll give them that. But there is some major problems with representation. Like, yeah, you can tell this is Sylvanas, but I just think the overall, like, face details are so lacking. Now, you gotta remember, this is $30, but it ends up, for me, being around $40, and you can get a lot of good statues for $40 now. And this, like, so, like, it's a little, like, much. I'm not a huge fan of the overall quality of these statues, just because, like, the representation, yes, like for instance Sylvanas, I love her cape, like it's actually really cool. Her bow is really good, even though the quiver is very shaky. From behind she kind of looks cool if you just don't see the goop. Her shoulders look really good with the skulls. Her corset looks really good, but like this goop here is just so distracting that I can't get over it. It's just so ugly. Like, this would be so much better if it was just like Sylvanas, like with a bow. rather than with this goop. Like, it's so ugly in my opinion, I just hate it. And it's supposed to represent her magic. This is Sylvanas, you can tell that, but that does not look like her shadow magic. It looks like she's stepping in goo. I don't like it. At all. No. Now with Jaina, in my opinion, she looks a lot better with the design. Her dress looks very good. Her, corset looks very nice. Her staff is probably the weakest part besides her face and overall like representation. I think it's just really thin and kind of ugly, which is kind of weird because it's Jaina's staff. But it's really the elemental. The elemental is really good. It is like it has like a weird face, but they did like a cool job making it look a little transparent. It's very big, which is kind of surprising. But it's really cool to see like the water around her because like it has a really cool flare, and the water around her looks really well done. It's kind of when it transitions into the elemental that looks a little off in my opinion. So that is kind of a thing. But in overall representation, I think the Jaina one does a much better job of showing the water, the elemental, and just everything in general. Sylvanas' character, I feel like, is probably better because it has a little more detail that I'm a fan of with the skulls and the cape. But the elemental covers most of the back of Jaina, so it doesn't really matter too much with this one. I just feel like they put a lot more effort into the Jaina one than they did the Sylvanas one, which is kind of weird, but yeah, it is what it is. And now we are into the final segment of overall thoughts. My feelings, when I look at this, how do I feel about it? When I first see this, I'm just very underwhelmed. Like, I understand it's $30. I get that. That's fine. And for $30, this is not a bad statue. I will say that. It is not a bad statue for the price. But it is this ended up being around $40. And for $40, you can get a lot of things, of statues that are probably just as good. And I will show you one right now. This is a Harley Quinn statue from the Batman animated series. It has the Batman cape and it says "Kick Me" on the bottom. Alright? And it has Harley in her dress. Pretty cool. I might do a review on this one day. Because that one is only $20. Now, it's very large, and this is one of my favorite beginner statues that you can get. I think it looks really cool, actually. Especially with the cowl at the end there. But this is one of my favorite statues. It fills out all the marks for me, and it's a great price. This one, this Jaina one, the Sylvanas one, they just lack the quality of something like that. Compared to that, that is way better. Now you can go ahead and get this. If you are a Warcraft fan who just likes it, go ahead. Why not? If you got the money and if you want to do it, fine. But overall, I'm not the biggest fan of it because the overall feeling is, okay, well the face is very underwhelming. You got the staff that's very jiggly and could fall. Same with Sylvanas. You got this goop stuff that I can't get over, and this, the arrows in the quiver could probably break off very easily, And then, I gotta say, I really just don't like having the World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth sign at the bottom of it. It really, I don't know why, I just don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that. So this is probably my first ever statue review that I'm just not a huge fan of. It's just so, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of it. You guys may be, and I hope you guys are, but overall, I would say this is not worth it. I wouldn't buy this after seeing it. We are going to be getting two other statues, the Jim Raynor and the Kerrigan ones, which are $30, same size, I think. So I hope those are better. I mean, it's the first time we've ever got Jim Raynor into a statue, or Kerrigan, I believe. So I hope they do those justice. Overall, my overall feelings is that the Jaina one is much superior than the Sylvanas one. I do think if you're going to get one, you should get the Jaina one. I think the Jaina one might be worth buying. I could see someone making an argument for that. I personally probably wouldn't buy both. But if you're a Battle for Azeroth fan, you're an Alliance player, that would probably be something good. To me, the Sylvanas one is just garbage, and I'm sorry, I don't like saying that. It's $30, I get that, but it adds up to be $40, and then like I showed you with the Harley Quinn, there's just so much more you could go for. So overall, I'm not going to recommend you buying the $30 Jaina and Sylvanas statues. If you are going to buy one, get the Jaina one. I would probably rate the Jaina one, since it's so cheap, a 5 out of 10, and the Sylvanas one a 3 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys appreciate it. Oh, wait, what? Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I certainly appreciate it. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and check out my unboxing reaction to these statues as well. Let me know what other statues you would like me to see. Any suggestions? I'm always interested in new statues. I am thinking about doing a top 5 statues on a budget, something like under $50. So let me know if you're interested. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day. We'll see you guys next time. Bye!